They beat Fort Hill, and then they defeated this Frederick team. And there goes Jason Christ over the right side. Christ with a lot of room. Christ has a first down. He's inside the 25 to about the 22. The Cadets have a lot of size on the line. Their tackles average about 250 pounds. They have some players that are 225 pounds, and they do have good speed. Right now, though, it's the Rams offense that is going to work. Harris wants to throw. He's got a man complete to Oglesby. Oglesby to the near side, inside the 20 to about the 17. The winner of tonight's ball game will play Fort Hill, who defeated Overly 48-0. If McDonough wins, then they should have the home field advantage here at White Plains. The give to Nikolai with a lot of room. He cuts outside. Touchdown, Tim Nikolai.
Tim Nikolai from the 13.
Harris is set to attempt the point after. Nikolai to hold. He hits it, and it is good. With 8:42 to go in the first quarter, it is now McDonough 7, Frederick 0. McDonough with the lead over this Frederick team, and you better believe Frederick's thinking about last year's championship game. It is taken by Kenny Hardy. Hardy with excellent speed is up to about the 30. They spot it at the 35-yard line, and now Kevin White and company will go to work. They have a man split to the near side, Chris Fields. Pass batted up in the air, incomplete. Again, the winner of this game will go against Fort Hill, and Frederick defeated Fort Hill earlier this season. The Cadets keep it on the ground, and there's a lot of room. Andre Henry. And Henry is going to take it all the way for a Frederick TD. Cadets going to tie it here. The kick is up. It is good. With 8:09 to go in the first quarter, it is now McDonough 7, Frederick 7. Chuck O'Brien set to kick off. He and his team are tied. Oglesby has it at his own 19. Oglesby right up the middle with a lot of room. He's finally brought down at his own 45. Rams go back on offense. Charles Kay has joined us. And Charles, what do you think of this contest so far tonight?
Well, Randy, as we're seeing right now, that the state playoffs definitely bring out the best in both of these teams.
That was Christ on the carry. He picks up about 3.
Well, Randy, there was a pickup of 3 yards on that play, and then add to it a personal foul penalty, 15 yards against the Frederick Cadets, and that backs them up.
McDonough now with the ball at the Frederick 37. Nikolai split to the far side. The quick hitter over the middle to Queen. Queen's got a first down still on his feet. He's inside the 20 to about the 15.
Von Queen on the reception, and he picked up a first down for the McDonough Rams.
A pickup of about 20 yards. Nikolai in motion. He has the ball coming to the near side. And the Cadets with good lateral pursuit.
A holding penalty nullifies that short gain by Nikolai, and it backs up the Rams 10 yards.
The ball now at the Frederick 25. First and about 19. The Rams keep it on the ground. They pick up about 3.
Chris, the ball carrier, he picked up about a yard, and he was tackled by Chuck O'Brien, the talented 6'3", 225-pound cadet.
The Rams have Oglesby in motion. Play action. Harris wants to throw over Nikolai's head. Nearly picked off.
An illegal use of the hands penalty charged against the Rams backs them up an additional 10 yards, and now they're looking long distance.
Second and very long. About 30. Harris to throw underneath to Nikolai. Nikolai with a good move. Into the open field. Another excellent move by Tim Nikolai, and he is close to a McDonough first down.
Tim Nikolai making an outstanding move. He's the 5'9", 170-pound senior, showing why he was an all-smack back last season.
It is second and about 3. The give to Chris. Chris fighting for the goal line, and he is inside the 5 to about the 2. Jason Chris picking up 7 at his first and goal from the 3. McDonough coming right back. Chris the lone back. Nikolai in motion to give to Chris over the left side, and he won't get in.
Chris was stopped by Chuck O'Brien on that play.
McDonough works out of a wing tee offense. Frederick has not seen the wing tee much this season, and it's Nikolai trying to get to the outside, and the Cadets string it out nicely, and they will knock Nikolai for a loss.
Mango with excellent pursuit on the right-hand side, actually his right-hand side, the Rams' left-hand side. He strung that play out and tackled Nikolai short of the goal line.
Again, the Rams working misdirection to Nikolai, cutting back over the middle, and he did not get in.
The Rams had to spend a timeout trying to discuss strategy now.
It is 4th and goal to go from the 3. McDonough will go for it. Christ and Oglesby in the backfield to give to Christ. No, it's not. It's a fake. The pass to Nikolai, no good. The Cadets hold.
Herman King back there defensively to make the stop, and he did not let the Ram receiver get open long enough to come down with the ball.
Some confusion on the McDonough defensive side, and the Cadets keep it on the ground. They get a couple. The Cadets with 3 Henry brothers, and their new burst of speed is Andre Henry, who has over 960 yards rushing this year, 4 TDs. His brother William Henry was going to be one of the guys to look out for, and this time it is Kenny Hardy breaking into the open field. He's got a first down out to the 21.
Kenny Hardy rushed for 640 yards rushing throughout the season.
And he is the second leading rusher on the Cadet team. This time they give to number 31, Andre Henry. Last year, Charles William Henry, Andre's brother, gained over 1,800 yards. Nonetheless, the Rams held the Cadets scoreless in the state championship game. So Frederick has already done something here tonight that they were unable to do in the state game last year, and that is score on the McDonough Rams. Back to action, that was Kenny Hardy on the carry, and he is having some trouble getting his footing on the field. It is very cold, but the field is slippery. Hardy is in motion. They keep it on the ground, and the Rams are there to shut it down. Time has run out after one period of play. It's McDonough 7, Frederick 7. We'll be back after this. Charles K. at White Plains Regional Park. The Rams and the Frederick Cadets are locked at 7-all, and that snap is over Eddie Jean's head. Back in the end zone, he's going to try to get it out. He hits it anyway. A heads-up play by Eddie Jean to get that one off, but the Rams will start with excellent field position at the Frederick 41. So Frederick dodging the bullet that time, and my goodness, did Eddie Jean show composure and concentration to get that punt off. Harris drops to throw. Intended for Nikolai, and that one was nearly picked off by Corey Sims.
Thus far, Corey Sims has been very active back there in the Cadet secondary. He's nearly picked off 2 balls.
He didn't expect that one, Charles. That one hit him right in the hands. This time it's Jason Christ over the right side, a nice gain.
The McDonough Rams doing an excellent job up front. The offensive line opened up a good hole in the back, just slid through there, picked up 6 yards on the carry.
It is 3rd and let's say about 5. The Rams keep it on the ground and they get nothing.
Well, Randy, it seems like we have an excellent sized crowd here this evening.
A lot of fans coming from Frederick. The McDonough fans are out here in great numbers to root on their team. Penalty flags fly, stopping play.
Harris didn't get the play in time, and therefore the Rams were backed up 5 yards for delay of game.
They are still going for it. It is 4th and about 8. Harris drops to throw, has got some pressure, lets it go, intended for Shermanek. It is picked off. Chuck O'Brien with a big interception for the Cadets.
An excellent play by Chuck O'Brien. He stepped inside in his secondary position linebacker. He's an all tri-state leaguer.
And this time it is Henry on the carry. A penalty flag down upfield, however. Andre Henry could take it all the way, but keep in mind there is a yellow flag down back upfield. The preliminary signal is holding against the Cadets. We've got John Cox standing by on the sideline. And John, what do you think of this contest?
I think we're going to have a great game, Randy. There's a lot of talent on the field. I think both teams have great game plans at this point. McDonough is always mixing up the plays very effectively and moving the ball against a very tough defense. Frederick, I think you can already see that number 31, Henry, is a great running back. He's got the 1 touchdown. Of course, this one's called back, but I think we're in for a great football game.
The penalty is holding against the Cadets. It nullifies the TD. It moves the ball back. They're now looking at 1st and 15 from their own 26. They keep it on the ground and get about 2.
Henry, the ball carrier, he was dropped by Brett Wright, the 6'3", 215-pound junior, and an outstanding defensive player.
2nd and 14, a pickup of 1. The Cadets go to the air, and that pass broken up nicely by Tim Nicolai.
The Cadet quarterback, White, looked for Chris Fields, the 6'2", 160-pound senior, and it was just off his hands as well as off the hands of Nicolai. Excellent defensive play by the Rams.
A height advantage to Fields being 6'2". Nicolai is only 5'9", but Nicolai laying back and making his move at the right moment. And here goes Henry. Henry's got a 1st down, and he is close to Ram territory up near midfield.
Henry picks up 25 yards on that carry before being knocked out of bounds, and he crosses into Rams territory.
It's at the 49, and that was a Cadet 1st down, and that pass over the middle is incomplete.
Well, Randy, in our first look at the Frederick Cadets, we're getting an opportunity to see so many weapons that they have. That time the pass was thrown to the tight end, Rodney Cecil.
This time they keep it on the ground. Kenny Hardy over the right side.
Coach Campbell, as you mentioned, of the Frederick Cadets, is in his 1st year from Christian Brothers Academy in Syracuse, New York, and he's implemented a multiple offense, multiple defensive game.
That time White is hit as he lets it go. It falls incomplete. Cadets will have to punt it away. Tim Nicolai is the lone back for McDonough. This one goes off of Gene's foot, and McDonough will start at about their own 20.
The ball was sliced off of Ed Gene, the punter of the Cadets' foot, and it was only a 26-yard net.
The Rams are starting from their own 19. Chris up the middle, he gets about 3. 2nd and about 7 now. The ball at the McDonough 23-yard line. Rams have a man in motion to give to Oglesby. Oglesby with some room to the right side, and he is close to a McDonough 1st down.
Chuck O'Brien stopped Oglesby after a gain of a couple.
It is 3rd and about 1 now. And there's motion on the McDonough line. Looked like Mike Kidwell was a little anxious, number 81. He moved just a tad too soon, and it's 5 yards against the Rams. They're looking at 3rd and 6 now. Collision in the backfield. Harris wants to throw. He's got Queen. Queen coming back off tackle, loses his balance, and he's up near midfield.
A 22-yard gain by Vaughn Queen, and he was nudged down by Corey Sims, the 5'10", 165-pound senior.
And that was a TD saving tackle by Sims. This time it's Jason Christ, and he gets very little.
Chuck O'Brien once again on the stop for the Cadets, and we can see right now why he's the all-tri-state leaguer.
2nd and 9, the ball at the McDonough 47-yard line. They give to Oglesby. Oglesby trying to get some room, and the Cadets close the hole.
O'Brien once again steps in there and makes the tackle after a pickup of about 1 yard.
On a comparative basis, O'Brien and Brett Wright are in the same league. That pass is complete to Jason Christ, and Christ has a Ram 1st down all the way down to the Cadet 31.
Both of these teams are definitely showing me some class, Randy. Both of them helping up the defenders or the running backs after they've made the tackle.
The Rams keep it on the ground. Oglesby on the carry, powers his way for about 5.
A pickup of 5 yards on that last play, and the Rams coach Larry Johnson told me before the game that he plans to run some gadget plays, as always is commonplace for the McDonough Rams.
And penalty flags fly.
A delay of game penalty backs up the Rams 5 yards, and that might have been one of those situations where you have one of those gadget plays coming in and not enough time to correlate it with Harris, the sophomore QB.
Nicolai in motion. Harris wants to throw. He's got a man wide open, and it is caught and dropped incomplete. Harris's pass was intended for Scott Oglesby. Oglesby was there, but he lost his footing. The pass thrown just a little bit behind him. It is now 3rd and 11. Again, it's the play fake. Harris throwing off balance to Shervanak. He's down and a late hit, but the officials aren't throwing any flags. He is close to a McDonough first down.
Greg Bowie back there on the coverage, and probably in defense of the official, Randy, he probably felt as if the defensive man had to come in and make the stop one way or the other.
But he did it a little bit too late, and the Rams pick up a first down. This time it is Chris, and there's nothing there.
Onley on the stop.
A loss of a yard, 2nd and 11 now. Nikolai in motion. To give to Nikolai. Nikolai with a big hole over the left side. He picks up about 4. That was a pickup of about 2. It is 3rd down and 8 now. Nikolai split to the near side. Oglesby in the slot. He is in motion. Shervinack to the far side. The pass intended for Von Queen, incomplete.
Mike Kidwell just brought in the play from Larry Johnson on this 4th down situation.
4th and 8. The Rams are knocking at the door once again. Play fake to Oglesby. Harris on the roll, has some pressure, unloads it over the middle to Nikolai. Nikolai is going to be dropped. A nice tackle made by Chuck O'Brien.
There was no contest on that particular play. Chuck O'Brien, 6'3", 225 pounds, stopped Nikolai, 5'9", 170 pounds, but at the end of the play, tacked on was a personal foul penalty against the Cadets.
It was after the play, so the Cadets retained possession, and this time on the carry, it is William Henry up the middle. Henry with a pickup of 13. The clock is moving less than a minute to go in the half. We are locked at 7-all. The Cadets with an unusual play going back into the shotgun, and they get about 9. That was enough for a Frederick first down. 40 seconds to go now, and they do it again.
Randy, it looks like they're partying out there.
And they dropped the ball. The ball is still loose. It looks like McDonough may have recovered. They did.
Well, Randy, that just goes to show you it's no place in state championship action for a play such as that. They looked like they were planning to break dance out there on the field, and it cost them a turnover.
Shervinack, and that's going to be pass interference. No question about that one.
Isn't that the...
The Cadets have to spend a timeout with 22 seconds to go. The ball at the 7-yard line. Defensive pass interference against Nicky Watts. Harris stringing it out. He's got a man, incomplete.
Miscommunications that time by the McDonough Rams, a rare mix-up, and I'm sure Larry Johnson was not too happy about that when the pass was intended for Oglesby off of the play-action fake, and it was an excellent play, but it just didn't work out for them.
And they spent a timeout. They're out of timeouts, and that pass is caught by Shervinack. He's down to about the 1-yard line. The clock is moving 10 seconds, 9 seconds. The Rams cannot stop it.
They may be able to get one play off, Randy.
Harris rolling, throws it to Nikolai, and time has run out. Oh my gosh, some problems with the official spotting the ball may have cost the Rams a possible lead there at the conclusion of the first half. But nonetheless, after 2 periods of play, it is McDonough 7, Frederick 7.
Waldorf Car.
The direction action of Kurt Wilkie with drum majors Stephanie Hughes and Robbie Smith. It is the McDonough Ram Marching Band. halftime score, the McDonough Rams 7, the Frederick Cadets 7. We'll be back with second half action. O'Brien is set to kick it away. Oglesby is deep for McDonough. He takes it at his own 20. Up past the 30 to about the 36. And to close the first half, the officials doing their very best job in trying to get the ball spotted. It takes them about 5 seconds to get the ball spotted, and McDonough still had time to get another play off. Really, the error came when the Rams spent a timeout after they had an incomplete pass. This time it is Oglesby over the right side, and Scott picks up about 6.
O'Brien made the hit after a pickup of 7 yards.
Interesting side note to this game, Larry Johnson and Paul Kowalczyk entertaining ideas of becoming the coaching staff, or taking care of, rather, the opening at the Frederick coaching positions earlier this year. They did not, and Frederick went on to hire Bob Campbell. What kind of a position is that at Frederick? Well, when you look at Bob Campbell, he was a former player at Penn State and a former Pittsburgh Steeler, so that speaks well of Johnson and Kowalczyk being recruited for the head coaching job there. And this time it is Jason Christ. He has got a first down into the cadet territory.
A pickup of 9 yards and a first down for the Rams.
They would have loved to have stuck it in at the end of the first half. They were unable to do so. We are locked at 7. Harris wants to throw. He's got a man complete to Oglesby.
A pickup of 8 yards on that quick hitter over the left-hand side.
Another side note to this Frederick squad. Last year in the state championship game, they had 22 juniors on their team. They now have 17 starting seniors from that state championship team, and this time McDonough keeps it on the ground. They will be close to a first down.
And another sideline on that is Coach Bob Campbell. In the acquisition, he felt as if by being the coach of the Frederick Cadets, that would be a grand opportunity, and he relished the opportunity and the chance to coach them.
Harris drops the ball, and he is sacked. The Rams will have to punt it away. Harris lost the handle, and now Jason Christ is in to punt it away for the first time tonight. He hits a beauty. This is fielded by Sean Henry, the third Henry brother, and my goodness, as he delivered a shot. Donna Ram. The Cadets back on offense, starting at their own 21. They keep it on the ground, and McDonough closes it down. Chris came off the field under his own power, and that's a good sign. The Cadets keep it on the ground. They get about 2.
Well, Randy, we have both scores early in the first quarter with just 3 minutes gone, a little over that. McDonough scored their TD, and Frederick came right back 33 seconds later to score theirs, and then we went 20 minutes plus without another score.
And look out. There goes Andre Henry with some excellent running. A penalty flag is down, however, back upfield. Henry is not even there. There he crosses the goal line. Penalty goes against the Cadets. So once again, Andre Henry with an outstanding run, and once again it is brought back. Apparently that was an illegal use of hands call, and is now 3rd and 19. The ball back at the Frederick 13. White wants to throw. He's intercepted.
Pass intended for Andre Henry, broken up and picked off by Oglesby.
Scott Oglesby right in the right place at the right time, and now the Rams once again with an opportunity. And here comes Oglesby to the near side, trying to turn the corner. Nice lateral pursuit by the Cadets, but Oglesby still picks up about 3. Give Oglesby 5 on that pickup. 2nd and 5 from the 25. Vaughn Queen split to the near side. Nikolai in the slot. Nikolai in motion. To give to Tim Nikolai up the middle, and there he goes. Look out. Tim Nikolai is inside the 10 to about the 8.
Nikolai on the carry, and Watts brought him down, and Nikolai is a slashing back. The slot formation is an excellent setup for him.
This time to give to Oglesby, and Oglesby losing his footing. He gets very little. By the way, congratulations to the Lackey Chargers going in the Class B competition. They defeated Middletown 26-7 Friday night. They will advance. Looked like that pass was complete. It was. Scott Oglesby pulling it down. Looking ahead, the Chargers will play Forestville, who defeated Aberdeen by a score of 7-0, and now it is 3rd and goal to go from the 5. To give to Jason Christ, he didn't get in.
This is definitely Jason Christ territory. He's a 5'11", 175-pound fullback, transfer from Montgomery, Alabama.
The Rams going for it, 4th and short. Harris keeps. He doesn't get in. The Cadets hold once again. The Cadets hold. They start from their own 2, 1st and 10. 3 times tonight, McDonough has knocked on the door. 3 times tonight, they have been denied. William Henry on the carry. He went for no gain. 2nd and 10 now. Again, the Cadets keep it on the ground, and once again, there's nothing there. Third and 9 now. Larry Johnson pacing up and down the sideline on the McDonough side. The Cadets have a man in motion. Again working the ground game, and the Rams shut it down. Frederick will have to punt it away. Tim Nikolai is at the Cadet 40. Gene to punt it away. He hits a line drive. If Nikolai can field it, he could be able to return it. The ball rolls, and Nikolai will let it be down at the Frederick 45.
And now the Rams have it on offense just inside the 45-yard line of the Cadets.
The Rams defense doing an outstanding job, forcing the Cadets to punt it away. Oglesby trying to get some room to the right side, and he loses a yard.
O'Brien on the stop for the Cadets, and a loss of about 1 yard on that play.
You could hear the pads pop as they were coming to the near side. Both Oglesby and O'Brien, very aggressive players. Harris wants to throw. Drops it underneath to Nikolai, and Nikolai picks up about 5. 3rd and about 5 now. One of the Cadets shaken up, Ricky Nipple, number 74, the 5'10", 240-pound senior. One of those big tackles. This time it's Nikolai up the middle, and a penalty flag is down back upfield.
Oh boy, it's on number 35.
But we've got John Cox standing by down on the sideline, and John, this one's going to come back against McDonough, unfortunately. But what do you think of this contest as the 3rd quarter is about to wind down?
Well, it's going to be a tough battle all the way, Randy. McDonough's controlling the tempo. Certainly a costly mistake right there, but they've been in the Frederick end all game, and probably in most of this quarter, Frederick's run about 3 plays that I can remember. So McDonough's controlling it. They've gotten down close as a yard or 2 from scoring, but still, you know, if you're going to pick someone who has an edge at this point, it's McDonough, because they're staying in the Frederick end, and they're getting the scoring opportunities, and Frederick's done very little.
What do you think the emotional state of the McDonough team is when they've knocked at the door, I believe, 3 times now? Frederick has kept them out all 3 times.
Well, I think they'll handle it, Randy. You know, they're a seasoned team. They've got the state playoff experience, and I think if they get down there again, they'll knock it on in. Okay, thanks to John Cox, athletic director for Charles County Schools. Harris throws his pass incomplete. The Rams will have to punt it away. Jason Christ is in for the 2nd time tonight to punt it away. He hits it, and that is fielded by Sean Henry, and he is clobbered. Time ticking down, and that's all. After 3 periods of play, our score continues. McDonough 7, Frederick 7. We'll be back. To go in this contest between the Frederick Cadets and the McDonough Rams. We are locked at 7-all. 2 scoreless periods, both teams scoring early in the 1st quarter. And we've got movement and penalty flags. It's a motion penalty against the Cadets. They're now looking at 1st and 15. McDonough has had them deep in their own territory all night. They work the ground game to Andre Henry. He picks up a couple.
A good job of gang tackling by the McDonough Rams. Pickup of only about, as a matter of fact, that looked like to be a loss of a couple of yards in that play.
Well, they were looking at 1st and 15, so they picked up about 2. They go to the air, incomplete.
The Rams are running a 5-4 defensive front, and that gives them the better ability to contain the quarterback, White. They try to keep him in the pocket and utilize his ability.
And that's what they did that time. The pass intended for number 87, Rodney Cecil. It's incomplete, and once again, the Cadets will have to punt it away. Eddie Jean is in to punt it away. Nikolai is at the Cadet 45. Nikolai picks it up at the 49 and is run out of bounds at about the 44. Let's make that the 38. The Cadets' only loss came at the hands of Martinsburg, West Virginia. They were defeated 21-7. McDonough back on offense. Harris to throw. Complete to Oglesby. Oglesby slipped in underneath, and he has got a nice game.
Sims on the stop for the Cadets, and an excellent use of play-action fake by the quarterback, Harris.
McDonough going to the air on first down, second and about 3 now. This time it's Christ, and Christ is wrestled to the ground by number 30, Craig Bowie.
And an outstanding play. They strung out the defensive unit, strung out the outside running attack of the McDonough Rams, and tackled them short of the first down.
This time the Rams go straight up the middle, and they will be close to a McDonough first down.
After an official's measurement, McDonough picks up the first down, and they're on the move as they would love to have a score right here early in the fourth period.
The ball at the Cadet 27. Harris to throw, and it's picked off.
John Mango with the INT, the 6', 160-pound junior, and an outstanding play it was. He was back in coverage and stopped the pass intended for the outside receiver.
Kenny Hardy on the last carry, picked up 2, second and 8 now.
What started as an offensive battle has turned into a defensive struggle.
It's Hardy again. Hardy with excellent speed over there against Brett Wright, and Brett Wright brings him down.
Brett Wright, the outstanding Ram defender on the stop.
It is third and a long 3 now for the Cadets. Pitch back to Henry. Andre Henry, and he's not going to get the first down. Defensively for the Rams, a host of tacklers. Tacklers led by Oglesby and Heflin. The Cadets will have to punt it away on 4th and short. And this time, Gene's punt goes off the side of his foot. It takes a McDonough roll out of bounds at the 45.
The McDonough Rams now on offense, and they'll try to utilize their wing T setup to try to get the ball outside and hopefully use the ability of Nikolai.
And that gives to Nikolai the misdirection. First handed to Oglesby, he handed to Nikolai, and Tim picks up about 7.
That was one of Larry Johnson's special plays that he told me about before the ball game. He faked it one way, handed it off to the back going off the right-hand side, who gave it inside. They picked up 7.
This time Christ on the carry, and he gets nothing.
They were only 16.
Another Cadet shaken up. This time it's number 59, Alan Ward, the defensive tackle, 6'1", 250 pounds. So another one of the big linemen for the Cadets is down. Jason Christ on the carry. He has the McDonough first down.
An all-important first down picked up by the Rams. Gang tackling by the Cadets stopped them from going even further.
Some confusion on the Frederick defense. McDonough still working that misdirection. That was Tim Nikolai on the carry, picked up about 4, second and 6 now. The McDonough fans and the Frederick fans in a contest here. The pass complete to Chris. Chris is close to another Ram first down.
Thus far, the Rams have been able to control the ball in this particular drive, and they would love to cash it in this time. Hopefully not get any turnovers, as have been evidenced in their previous drives.
Chris picked up the first down. This time it is Nikolai, and Nikolai gets very little.
Pickup of a couple of yards.
Second down, Christ and Oglesby in the backfield, Nikolai in the slot. To give to Christ. Christ with some room up the middle, and he is close to another Ram first down. First and 10 from the 11, Jason Christ bursting into the secondary. This time it is Christ and Nikolai. Once again, Christ right up the middle.
The offensive line busts open a big hole that time for Chris, and he just carried it through, picked up quite a few yards.
The Rams are able to pick up a first down here. Nikolai right up the middle. And Nikolai is close to that first down mark. Third and about a yard.
Mangold made the stop.
Oglesby and Christ in the backfield. Harris is in. The Rams signal touchdown. So do the officials. Touchdown, McDonough. Harris has put the Rams on top. He will attempt the point after. He splits the uprights with 3:07 to go in the game. It is now McDonough 14, Frederick 7. The McDonough Rams would love to host Fort Hill in the semifinals. They lead 14-7. The kick is short, taken by one of the up men, Duntel Watts, and the Cadets will start with good field position. The Rams had to spend a timeout. Brett Wright came over to the sideline. Apparently he had an equipment problem with his helmet. Larry Johnson wasting no time. He wants Brett Wright in this game, and that pass is incomplete.
Well, Coach Larry Johnson was excellent to call that timeout. He got Brett Wright out there just in the nick of time to be on the coverage, defending against Hardy of the Cadets.
Wright breaking up that pass, 2nd and 10. Frederick keeps it on the ground. They get about 3.
William Henry, the ball carrier for the Cadets. He's the 6'3", 200-pound senior. He picked up 3 yards.
3rd and 7, the Rams digging in. They would love to hold here, 2:20 to go in the game. The Cadets have a man in motion. White drops to pass. Over the middle, intended for Hardy, picked off. Vaughn Queen with the ball. Queen still on his feet, and he's knocked out of bounds at about the 49.
An outstanding open field interception by Vaughn Queen, and that might have just sealed the victory for the McDonough Rams.
The fans are celebrating. They have about 1:46 to go. McDonough works the ground game, and they pick up about 5.
Jason Crifts on the carry, picks up 5.
2nd and 5 now. This time it's Nikolai. And Nikolai is wrestled down after a gain of a couple.
Nikolai, the ball carrier. Down 3 yards.
Officials stop play. The Cadets spend a timeout. It is 3rd and 3, 1:08 to go in the game. The Rams work the left side. They've got a first down.
Jason Chris, ball carrier. Tackled by Larry Leon.
Oh, this is a big play. It was short of the first down by just inches.
So it's now 4th and inches for the Rams. The clock is now moving, 54 seconds to go in the game. We've got movement and contact. It looks like McDonough may be given a gift for a first down.
First and 10 Rams from the Cadet 39, 34.
A big penalty, Randy, on that particular play. One of the defenders, anticipating the snap count, jumped in across the line and made contact with the offensive lineman.
And that was Chuck O'Brien on probably the most disappointing play of the night for that young man.
Timeout, Frederick.
The Cadets spend their second timeout. For you Lackey fans, the Charger game can be seen this week on Channel 10 on local sports. If you're tuning in late to this McDonough game, they're playing in the community event slot. Harris going back and falling on the ball. The Cadets can stop it only once more. The Cadets will not stop it, and McDonough will go on to the semifinals. They will play host to Fort Hill. For the first time in Southern Maryland Athletic Conference football, 2 Charles County teams will be going to the semifinals, the Lackey Chargers and the McDonough Rams. Both games will be played at White Plains Regional Park. Congratulations to Larry Johnson and the Rams defeating a tough Frederick Cadet squad by a score of 14-7. I'm Randy Runyon for Charles K. and our entire Showcase Sports staff. We'd like to thank you for watching, and we hope to see you right here next time.